and you'll find yourself enjoying it. And this is where the tricky part comes in. You cannot have a hole. This is called Cappelletti because it's supposed to look like a little hat. So we turn it over. Then we put our thumb in the middle and we twist it around like that. And that's how these are going to look. Now I'll line this tray and put it in the freezer. Now fortunately, we didn't have freezers years ago, and this had to be done on Christmas morning, which was very tedious and time consuming. So now we could make them anytime, put them in the freezer. When they're done, pick them up and put them in the bag. Now as you all know, we have our little tradition. You see how nice and easy that is? Of counting our Cappellettis, and the winner gets a little prize. Now years ago, what Mom used to do, she used to put a dime in the Cappelletti. Well, that's a little dangerous now. Also, my grandmother used to divide the dough in half. Well, I don't know if she even divided it, but they put raisins in it. Mom omitted the raisins. However, my father still liked the raisins in it. So here we go again. Our thumb is in the middle. We twist it all the way around. Make sure there's no hole. That's your Cappelletti. And here we go again. In the middle, twist it all the way around so you don't leave a hole. This is sort of like a little diaper. Now when you have a little piece of dough like this, you can kind of stretch it out to make another one. And if I have any scraps, I either put them all together or just cook them with some soup, something like that. So it's a little diaper, press, thumb in the middle, like that, twist it around and press, because you certainly don't want them coming open in the broth. When these are done, you'll cook a very, very good chicken. And after straining the broth, you'll cook your Cappellettis. And then your dinner will be served, Cappellettis first. Traditionally, boiled pork on the side with sweet and sour cabbage, mashed potatoes, and Mom added filling in her chicken, which we like very much, which my grandmother didn't do. So you'll have your Cappellettis. Your chicken will be served in a platter. Your filling will be sliced. You'll have your sweet and sour cabbage, your mashed potatoes, and you have a wonderful Christmas dinner. I'm signing off. Ciao. Here's the ball of dough. In on number 6 for whichever setting you want, which is adjustable on the side. I'm running it through. Put a little flour again, get sticky. Lower the setting again. Run this through. Remember, this all had to be done with a rolling pin and it was very difficult. Come down again. And you could pull it a little as you go along. I'll put a little flour on the board so that I could just kind of give it a little. Okay, now down again, number 2. Now this is a big one. I'm going to run it through. When it gets this big, I'm glad that I'm giving you a repeat. I usually cut it in half so that you don't have to fight with it. And now I'm going through again on number 1, and that's about the lowest I take it. Sometimes it works out that your dough is almost the same size as the cutter. But if not, you'll gather all these little pieces and you could either ball them together and run them through, or just save your scraps for broth, or of course some pasta fazool with homemade macaroni in it, which tastes good. This is wide, so I'm going to try to run this up the side. Now I'm pressing down, and as you see, I got 2 strips out of this. So I'll run it through, and the size will vary a little, but you know, who cares? The taste is there, and they're very delicious. So, here we go again. And as I said, I can stretch this, make another little one. So you took your little ball of dough, put it in the center. Have your little diaper. It's nice to have a hand towel hanging on your side because when your fingers get wet, it's hard to squeeze the dough. And here you are. Again. It's a little smaller, but as I said, we don't care, do we? So now, dear ones, you have your Easter pie, you have your cappelletti, and I'll go into the sweet and sour cabbage. You take a head of cabbage, shred it, and it's 3 parts water to 1 cup of vinegar. I usually add 2 to 3 cups of water to a cup of vinegar. Then you saute the onion in a pot. You add a half a can of tomato paste. Then add your vinegar, which is 2 to 3 cups. Now your water is 2 to 3 cups. And a cup of vinegar. Sprinkle it generously with cinnamon. And then put your shredded cabbage in there and let it steam away. And that will be the cabbage. And you all know how to make the filling for your chicken, so I won't go into that. So again, the cabbage. You're sauteing your onion in olive oil. You're adding a half a can of tomato paste. You're adding about 3 cups of water to 1 cup of vinegar. And then you're sprinkling your salt, pepper, and cinnamon and letting the cabbage simmer away. So, bon appetit. And when we make our fried cakes at Christmas with the powdered sugar and honey, I'll see you back again. Ciao.